恐れずに痛みから始まる続いてく物語に私はいるのかな届かないこの願いに少しだけでいいから
Wagwan. Mic test 1 2 3. Testing testing. Mic test 1 2 3.
Yep. Yeah. There you go.
Hello. Mic test 1 2 3. Testing testing.
Hello.
Hello.
One.
Hello. What two?
You hear
By the
me?
way, yeah. By the way, I am just playing TG. So Susie Q is online.
Oh, you're playing DG.
Yeah, I just got it working this morning.
Nice. So I don't know where I'm going, so I might end up walking into someone's like back
I would
garden.
tell your parents, hey, by the way, going on a walk because if you get lost,
I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Well, my parent. For my parent.
no need to be so alarmed.
Hey, you wanna see? Are you playing?
What'd you say?
Do you wanna see? I can turn my webcam on, or you playing?
Turn your webcam on. It's gonna be intermittently watching.
The quality's probably really bad because I got like the service is really bad. We're in the mountains, so hella bad service. Here we go.
Let me do this hold up and then look. That doesn't even end the round. I'm gonna get a PB with this new strat I made. Never actually PB'd with. It's like the one I was playing before, but I never PB'd with it. On Instagram.
I need to get like bird's eye view so I can tell where. Well, I need to know where to walk.
Bro, why is the live stream vertical?
I don't know. I'm on my phone.
Put that. Put it horizontally.
My phone around like this.
What the fuck was that? Some like
I don't know,
TikTok
bro.
bullshit. Fuck TikTok.
Like this. There you go. Hey, let me show you where I'm going. Wait.
Nice overcast day in Spain while it's been bloody smiling in the UK.
Yeah, I heard, bro.
It's sunny every day.
Diabolical. Maybe it's not like that. Maybe it's just in the south, because in the north it was raining every day before we left. Yeah.
It doesn't really
if
rain
it wasn't
in the
raining,
south.
Shit weather. Really?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it doesn't. That's why I say that I do hear that the weather in Carlisle is especially bad compared to other UK places. So I don't know.
Oh, you hear that? You hear that? Who do you hear that from?
That's a good question because it was from a fucking meme video. So you know what? It's probably really shit information.
It does rain. It does rain a lot. I remember, back in March, it was really nice. It must have been at, like in the high teens, like maybe in the low 20s. And then after that, it was raining
girls
for
that
like
you
a
like?
week. No, that's too old for me. Oh my god, man, my fucking legs. I got bit on the bottom of my foot and it really hurts to walk on. I don't know what bit me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one right there, that's our villa, right there.
Hold on, I almost died.
Too blurry.
Did a very, very crazy hold up. I'm looking now.
Yeah, this one, that's ours. Over there.
Oh, I'm guessing your brother's paying.
Yeah, yeah. I said in the first place, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna go because I don't really have the money. I'm trying to save my money because I was kind of seeing myself like running out of money, and I'm like, there's some things that I really want to buy. So what I did is I had money to buy a new monitor because obviously I got the new PC. So I'm like, if I'm gonna take advantage, I should buy a new monitor that has a high
Jesus
refresh rate.
Christ, you're a spendthrift.
Yeah, but I was thinking like I should wait a good month before I buy it because then.
Why'd you need a new monitor? Don't you already have 144?
Oh yeah, but I'm getting back into like CS, and I also wanted to try out 4K and higher resolutions.
Jesus Christ.
How do I open this? Is it this? I'm stuck here, man. No, that's a key spot. Am I trapped?
I don't know. It's only a K for a trap.
Yeah, I don't know, but that might not seem like a big deal. But me talking when there were people right there, that's like a big thing for me because I used to always be really like when when I'd be on VC on my phone and I'd be outside and I'm walking around, I'd be super paranoid. Like I didn't want anyone to hear me because it would be really like embarrassing for me. But I'm so much better with that now. I really just don't care. I used to be so scared of like people like judging me or like
Yeah.
I guess stuff like that. But
So have you
I really
graduated to painting your nails yet?
no, not yet. I haven't really thought about that for a while now. Although I want to start buying clothes. I never really bought clothes. All my clothes are like stuff my mom bought me years ago because I
Yeah.
don't buy clothes. So
Understandable.
I don't want to wear like fucking tracksuits all day. Like, I don't like wearing that stuff. Like I want to start
Graduating
exploring
to
fashion. I don't
pajamas.
really know what I like, but I know I don't like tracksuits. Huh?
Said you're gonna graduate to pajamas.
Yeah. I might have to pull out the old Minecraft bit. I'll
Minecraft
have to have a
fit.
look around, see if I can find the Minecraft bit.
That was fashion.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was a class act. That was the most gamer
Yeah,
fit I've
man, I
ever
could have
seen in
went
my
to one
life.
of those. Man, I'd be wearing that to the Grammys.
Honestly, I don't know what the Grammys are. I'm guessing that's just for
Shit,
music.
the service might
Oscars
be.
for music. I'm guessing.
Oh,
I
right.
remember correctly.
Yeah, it's like a music award show thing. I have really bad service right now in this area, so I don't know if I'm lagging or not.
Yeah, man.
But I don't know where to go because that gate is fucking closed. So I can try go this way. Something my brother warned me. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Something
You
my
about to
brother
what?
warned me about was stray dogs in the area. He said there was some stray dogs around that I should be looking out for.
What was it, round 5 already?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, yeah,
Yeah, I don't. Oh, how did I get stuck? Alright, Lago.
Yo.
Hello?
Yeah, okay, the service must be all that. I just went through all of these fucking. Yeah, yeah, this is a much better area. I'm getting further forward now. Yeah, let's go. Okay, gotta get down. Gotta get down here. I gotta be careful because I might take full damage.
Yeah.
Ooh. There we go. Thank you. Fuck.
So is the area nice?
Kind of hard to see because there's lots of trees. Oh, this is good right here. I'll be able to see everything from here. Yeah, look at that view, man. This is really nice. Ooh, it's pixelated as fuck. I don't know why it's like that. I don't even have bad service. What the fuck? Wait, let me try to restart the. Wow, that's really big. It looks a bit better now. Oh, never mind. What the fuck? Okay, you see where I'm pointing? Where there's like a bridge right
Yeah.
there. So right there, where I'm pointing, there's a house built into like these rocks under that bridge, like built into this bridge right here. And me and my brother went to go explore it. Like we wanted to go and have a look the other day, but it was all fenced off. But like there's windows, there's a door on it and everything. Like someone has built a house like into the side of this mountain.
Yeah.
Hmm. How's your Japanese studies been going? Because I know that you were talking about reading that one visual novel. What was that? You said you're gonna read a
You
visual novel
may
or something?
whatever the fuck. I forgot what the that Umain Umain something Neko or something.
Oh, Umineko. Umineko, yeah.
Um, I played Disco Elysium in Japanese, and I realized, holy fuck, the biggest the biggest things that I thought were the hardest things about the language were not well, or my weak points were not what I thought they were, and so I
Yes,
changed
yeah.
the way I study. Um, I started doing way more sentence related reading. So I haven't been back to that game since January. I completely changed up how I do
Oh
it. I
wow.
started doing sentence decks now. Oh, I create my own sentences in Japanese. Um, I just asked the AI, okay, these words, put these into a sentence and then collation test it. That just means, do these words go together? You know, would you put these two words together? Sort of like a grammar checker, basically.
Right, right.
So it actually
So you
makes sense.
still
So I'm not reading nonsense. So
yeah.
my deck is almost at 30,000 cards now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing Anki for?
Um, it'll be 10, almost 2 years, like a year and 10 months.
Hmm.
No, probably a year and 9 months, actually.
Mhm. Shit. I need
No,
some new trainers.
yeah.
Wait, can I drop down here?
Drop down strat. I just needed myself
I
there.
mean, I mean I could drop down there. Where would this even lead to? Fuck it, I'm gonna go down and explore it. Let me see.
Who even lives in
They
these areas?
drop.
Like the people from RE4 or something?
Well, it's hard to say because I know that the house that we're living in is specifically like a rental house for people that want to like rent villas. Um, I don't know about the other ones. Um, Kind of hard to say, to be honest. It's really like because it's really out from where everything else is. Like it's a bit of a pain to drive up because it's on a mountain, and
Mm.
it
Yeah, Spain is
probably
quite
takes you
mountainous.
like. But yeah, like it's not that far. Like there's the bridge and you drive like up. There's a hill up. There's like a road up there, and you go left, and then it takes you into the town, like the center, and it's just over the other side of that bridge. So it's only maybe like a 10-15 minute drive to get to like the center of the center of the city. It's a really it's a really nice place. I'm trying not to like break my legs. I think if I
Yeah.
just drop, I'll be alright.
Have you met any new friends?
Not really. Like,
You don't talk
fuck
to
me.
people?
I mean, I have very poor Spanish. Like, I know, the bottom of the barrel basics.
¿Cómo
Hola,
estás? Yeah, but
yeah, como
most people your
estás?
age would be able to speak English.
I mean, yeah, like whenever I've been places, like I've had like short conversations, with people. Um, Nothing like I guess too much, but I have met some people that actually have like some pretty solid English. Like their English is quite good.
Mm.
And then others, their English is like almost inaudible because they don't know many words and their pronunciations are very
How
weird.
old were they?
I'd say I met someone that was maybe around my age that worked in he worked in like a restaurant. Um there was this one guy, like me and my brother on my birthday, we were looking for food and he was like, "What do you want to eat?" I'm like, I want to check out some like some like South Asian places, like maybe some like Korean food, some Japanese food.
Did you say South
But on that
Asian and
day,
he
like,
said Japanese, Korean? You're trolling. Yeah,
oh, is it East? Wait, is that East Asia?
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay, my bad. Yeah, East Asian food. Um, all the places that we found were like, what's it called? They were all closed on that day, like they weren't open. So we found this Thai place. We settled on this Thai place, and it was really good. I'm trying to remember what I got. I got this bowl, and it had like these noodles with like duck pieces
It's-
and like all of this veg, and it was really fucking good.
yeah, duck is very old, dude. I
I
really
love, yeah,
like
yeah, duck. I love duck.
ducks, so it
My
really
yeah, yeah,
hurts
that's
to
my
like
favorite
them.
meat. Love ducks. Um, but yeah, there was a obviously the guy that was in it, the waiter. He was I could tell that he was Asian and he spoke Spanish, but he spoke a tiny bit of English, and his English was um it was okay. Like it wasn't that great. I asked him if he had any chopsticks for me, and he gave me some chopsticks and he showed me how to use them, but I was really struggling. So he showed me this method, and it's only really good if you're eating something like noodles because you like the way that I was like grabbing the chopsticks, I could just like scoop up the noodles
Mhm.
and I ate them like that. So I ate my meal with chopsticks. But yeah, it's a
I'm
really
not
nice
gonna
Thai place.
lie. I've learned as a kid to eat chopsticks. I never could get the hang of it, but I've just instinctively just used chopsticks and have been able to use them. I don't know how the fuck do people struggle with using chopsticks.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know why I
The thing is,
instinctively knew, but it's like I was fluent in chopsticks. That was really strange. So I don't know if I'm using them as, you know, as they would like me to use them, but I use them in a way
yeah,
where I can pick up the food without any struggles.
yeah, yeah. Like I don't know. I was really struggling, but I've noticed that like my motor skills are very poor. Like when it comes to learning new things, that's more physical. That requires me to um, well, just be physical. I always really struggle.
Yeah, that makes sense.
See, oh, okay. This is like someone's house. Like I'm in someone's back garden, I think. Where the fuck can I go then? So that dog doesn't like start chasing me down. Oh shit. Okay, I gotta find another route. I don't know where to go. I think the only way that I can go is I either dash, I either fucking, I either hop someone's fence and I just make a dash, or I gotta dash someone's fence, or I gotta go all the way around back to that fence, like the one that I tried to get in the first place. See how to open it. My brother went that way the other day when he was driving out, but I don't know how he opened it. I think
Mm.
it just automatically opened for him for his car, but I don't know how the fuck he managed. I don't know how I'm supposed to get out from there. To be fair, I do want to walk. I want to see how far it would take me to get to like a convenience store. And I put my jacket on because it was like raining a little bit and it wasn't very warm, but I'm sweating. I should not have put this on.
Just put it around your waist.
You know what? Yeah, let me do that. I should have brought a drink because it's
Drink?
already really
Drink is from
warm.
Spain.
What you saying?
I said drink is from Spain.
Drink is from Spain? What do you mean?
Electricity and pizzas.
I'm talking about water and like iced tea.
Yeah, I'm talking about drink. The player that plays zombies.
I don't know who that is.
Oh my word. He's the guy that invented that down.
Oh, really?
He would say, hey Fleur, at Fleur. He would just at your name and then say your name again.
Hey, Fleur out Fleur. Wait, what era was this? What year? Is this like pre
Man, he's
2020?
before. This is before my time when this guy existed, and he
Oh,
still plays. I saw him playing this morning when I went on Twitch.
what's his
This guy's
username?
his new name is Treyarch Demon. When I played,
Oh, I know
he
that guy. I've seen that guy. Yeah.
when I played, his name wasn't even Drink. It was Electricity and Pizzas.
Electricity and pizzas. Who was that one? There was this one guy. I think it was. I think his name was Peter Tegon. I think it was Peter Tegon or some shit.
Yeah, I've heard
And he
of
played on like PS3 and he streamed under the art category. I remember him playing like that strat back in like 2023 or something.
There you go.
I think that was his name. I don't know. If not, it's weird that that name comes to my mind. Okay, I need to climb up this so I can. Is this where I came from? Where did I come from? No, I went up that way. So I must
Came
have
from
dropped down
England,
from up
no?
there and went around. I came from Mongolia. I remember we tried to play multi a while back,
You
and we
tried to
couldn't
play
get it
what?
working. No, me and you tried to play Melty.
Oh, yeah, no, we got it working. We played.
Well, I don't remember that. I feel like
Yeah, we
I
definitely
remember we tried
played.
to connect. Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't remember. Uh, Oh my god, that was really fucking risky. If I fell, that would not have ended well. Lots of that's like DST fall damage, right there.
Crack when they made the S2. Well, that for a fact.
Okay, I made it back up. Holy shit, man. Oh my fucking god. I gotta be careful. If
Yeah,
I
I know.
fall, that would be really bad.
I was just sad myself. Okay, round 16 full. That's not bad.
Yeah, Melty is really fun. I really like this game. It has a mechanic called shield, and it works like a parry. So you have high shield and low shield, and if you um like the shield bunker, which is I think that's just what is in anime. I don't really know because I don't play anime, but I think it's like that. It's like if someone hits you and you do shield bunker, then it shields. Like it basically parries their attack, and then you do an attack of your own, which they can take out of. But if you do like there's EX shield, which is it's basically like it's not like red parry because it just operates like a normal parry does. But if you EX shield an attack, there's like a really tight window where if you shield something within like 3 frames of the attack, actually, I don't know what it is like of it being active or something. I don't know how it works. Then you get like more recovery frames, and it makes it really interesting because it actually like develops like high low mix ups or like mid low or whatever. Oh my. Where the fuck was I? Did I go through this? Because this is actually horrendous. Let me try go this way. Leave all these out of the way. Go through this area. I gotta do some like parkour to make it up. I don't think I want to go the other way. I
Please
think
go
I
to
want to go
Spain.
this way. Yeah, typically, yeah. I even said to them, I'm like, why are we going to Spain? Like, let's go somewhere else. Like, I want to go to Italy. I always wanted to go to Italy.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
But yeah, they said, nah, let's go here. But he did mention going to Italy later on this year.
So what do you even do over there? You go to Spain, but none of you speak the language, or unless I'm wrong on that.
Sorry. No, I really don't speak a lot of Spanish. That's like because this vacation was very last minute for me. Like, I wasn't gonna go in the first place, but I ended up going, and for me, it like if I was planning on going like months prior, I probably would have learned some Spanish because I wouldn't want to go to Spain and not speak Spanish.
No.
But they don't seem to give a fuck. Like, I don't know. My brother's just winging it, barely knowing any Spanish.
Yeah. I don't know. That doesn't seem enjoyable to me. So why am I going into the country then? Like, do they not speak to people, or are they speaking to people?
I mean, nah, they only speak to someone if they need something, like if they're in the store or they're in like a restaurant and they're ordering food or whatever.
Wait, so
Which
what's the point of being in another country then? I don't understand.
I mean, I guess there's lots to do. Like where we live, there's really not a whole lot. Like for example, like the main thing that I wanted to do this whole time was go to the zoo. And we went to the zoo yesterday, but we don't have a zoo back home. We'd have to go to Scotland in Edinburgh if we want to go to a zoo. That's the closest zoo to us. Have to go to Edinburgh, and even the zoo is not, super good. What else? We went to a water park as well. Like we don't have water parks in Carlisle. We don't have shit like that, and it doesn't help. Obviously, the weather is so bad in the north that there's no need for a water park if it's raining all day. Um, I guess in general, it's just about like the weather because it's always really poor weather where we live. So being in Spain where it's very warm and sunny, um, there's always like I guess like there's always things to do. Like we went to the water park, the zoo. What else did we do?
Yeah, can't you do that in the UK? That's what I don't understand.
I mean, sure we could. Like we could get like the train or we could drive down somewhere to go to like do these things. But I think the main thing is the weather. Like I know my mom said once that she really doesn't care where she goes as long as it's got nice weather. And like it's just I guess like there's
What?
things to
Just
see and
so
do.
what's she doing now?
Right now, I don't know. She's at home. I don't know what she's doing. I was saying this like,
Yeah,
okay, oh, it's
you
bad
lagged out,
when
boss.
I'm the one that's telling them that we need to go outside. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't go outside. And the other day I'm like,
So
I
what's she
say to
doing
my brother,
now?
I'm
What
like,
was she
Jamie,
doing
like
when you
let's go and
left?
do something.
Yeah, I
She
mean
was,
he's
I
working
think
to
she
be
was
fair.
asleep on the couch. Yeah, he's working, so that's a lot more valid. But everyone else isn't really doing anything. They're just doing shit that they could be doing at home.
That's what I'm saying. Well, why go on holiday? That's what I don't understand. Are there people?
I
Because
know I said that.
when I go on
I said
holiday,
that.
it's always, oh, there are people here for me to go and speak to that wouldn't be here otherwise. I'm not
Mhm.
fucking going somewhere. It's like, oh, nice weather. What the fuck does that mean? Nice weather. It's like, man, you could be on the North Pole and it's all snowed up. Man, you'd be having a crazy time. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck does nice weather mean if you're
Yeah.
not in the business of taking advantage of it? Doesn't make any
No,
sense.
100%. We have a fucking pool in the back garden, and not one of them have taken advantage of the fact there's a pool out there. Nobody's touched that pool. I'm like, bro, why? Like, what's even the point? You know?
Oh wait, you haven't touched the pool? I remember when I went to Spain as a kid, and all I did was play Minecraft all day. So what the fuck? That was my idea of a holiday in Spain. That's what I remember. But yeah, let's just
I mean,
play Minecraft all day with shit ping. My
well,
shit's a
for me, it
laptop.
was a bit rough because I got my hair permed the day before we went away. Or no, it was actually the day that we left. I had my hair permed on the morning. So because I did that, I couldn't get my hair wet for like 2 to 3 days. So it means I couldn't get it wet. So I like we went to a water park on like day two, but I couldn't. I went in the water and stuff, but I couldn't really go on any on
I love
rides because I
that
couldn't get my hair
Northerner
wet.
coming out of you. Went to the water park.
What did I say? Oh, right. I see. Um, so I never went in the pool. Outside of that, we have been doing shit. Like the one day that we didn't do anything was like
Yesterday.
the day. It was like the last day until I could actually get my hair wet until I washed it, and then
Well,
we
why
went to the
can't you
zoo
get your hair
yesterday.
wet after you do a
Uh, I believe it's something to do with the solution because like the solution needs to fully
fuck is
settle
a
in your hair.
solution? That must be the most nonsense word I've ever heard in the English language.
No, the perm solution.
Yeah, no, I don't know what that word means because it doesn't mean anything.
I don't know what it is. It's just something that
A solution is just like
that I use.
it's just is either a solution as in something to
It's a
solve a
chemical.
problem, or just a bunch of chemicals put together. It's a solution. What does that mean?
Yeah. Well, the chemicals that they use to perm it, and if you get water, like if you get a tiny bit,
You
it's
get
not a big deal.
water.
But if you
You
get,
get water on it.
man, I said water.
No, you did.
Oh right. Oh, you were just okay. I see it. I'm stuck. I don't know where to go. Look at this.
It's like you playing Dark Souls for the first time. Fuck noobs.
It feels like I am. It feels like I'm exploring a new area. I don't know where the fuck to go. Are you seeing this?
Man, I'm on round 12. So let me go and focus on that.
Oh,
Almost
I'm on
just
12.
got removed from round 12, but an expert player never
How do I
dies.
get up there? Maybe I can go up this way. This is what I tried before. Put my foot on there. I think I went that way. This is where I came. I need to put my coat up. So I can put my phone. And then like grab on.
Oh, by the way, they removed the clips feature on YouTube.
So you go give me a sec. I'm trying to fucking get up on top of this rock. I think this is like the only way up. Because there's no path. If I can like grab onto these and then I need to like stand down. There you go.
The stick grenades are so much better than whatever the fuck they use in regular BO1 maps.
Man.
Oh, did you die?
Holy. No, I made it. I made it. I made it. Look, I was down there, bro. You see that?
Yeah. Are you climbing?
I was down there. Yeah, I had to climb up this set of rocks. Because there's nowhere else to go. Like. Shit. Yeah, I smell. I don't know if I'm smelling some kind of plant, but I can smell. I swear someone's bunning a zoot. I can smell a zoot right now. Is Bagsy up in here? Bagsy up in Spain? Oh, what's this? Like a generator. Yeah, let's not touch that. Turn the power on. I might need some quick revive up in here because I might fall. Holy shit, bro.
I'm not
This is
your bro. What the fuck are you saying? Holy shit, bro. Like, you sound like a Twitch streamer. Oh, bro. Chat? Chat, is that true? Bro? You know what I'm talking about? Bro?
Yeah.
How's your brother doing anyway? You and your brother. Your biological. Sorry. Your biological. How's your biological brother doing? I just realized how Niraj was messaging me. I didn't respond to anything, and then he said, "Oh, by the way, I'm gonna be on," and I just responded to that message because I can't see all the messages. I didn't even read the other shit. I'm too busy playing zombies. Fuck responding to all the messages. I'll do that in a call. Normally not like that. I like responding to all the messages somebody sends me. Just like in my own time. Still have to get on top of more messages because fuck me, there's so many I haven't responded to.
Ooh.
No.
I think I almost made. Feels like I'm playing like, what the fuck?
What did you prefer, TG or FTG?
Holy shit, man.
Yeah.
It feels like I don't remember which one was which. Fuck, I don't remember.
The one with the power switch, the bathtub, the 4 windows.
I think I only remember
windows each side. And the pink one is FTG. The one that's kind of like mob.
There's like a nade wall by in the middle, and then there's like a, I don't know.
There's a pack of lunch
I remember
machine
there being
jug.
a nade wall by like right. Oh no, I remember because one had the bed, right? There was like the bed.
Yeah, the bed. Yeah, that's and there are 2 windows. And brr, and then the other one has GG Boys.
I like that one more.
The one with the bed? Because I'm very partial to the one with the bed.
I like that. Yeah. Hello?
Yeah. Yeah. I said, how's your relationship with your brother now? Because I see you're on holiday, but seems like you're still kind of
Yeah,
iffy
I
on him
heard
in
you. I did
games.
respond, but my service is really shit.
Uh,
I'm very. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear.
I'm very in the middle, where he's very. I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like I remember we spoke about this, and you said that I should sort of be like, don't like pretend that like I'm really good with him. I just use him to get what I need, but like recognize that he can be very resourceful, and I suppose that's a good reason to kind of stick around. Where
Yeah.
I don't, I'm not entirely using him. Like I still, I like hanging out with him sometimes. He's cool, but
Mm-hmm.
he's not like god like some god tier older brother that I can look up to and rely on. But he's
Yeah.
cool. Like I don't hate him or anything.
Mm.
We're all right. But like I refuse to what's the word conform to what he expects me to be versus who
Yeah.
I actually am. I refuse
100%.
to do that. And I make sure that he's aware. Like there was something where he was asking me, he's like, what kind of music do you like yesterday? And I'm like, I like lots of different types of music. Like I like a lot of different, like so many different types of music. But
Rapecore, and that's the one that hurts your brain. Ear
I
rapecore. You've never
basically
heard of
said that.
ear
I
rapecore?
actually basically, I basically told him that I like hardcore music, which is a genre.
You know what
And
breaks my heart? Your
yeah, what's
mom.
up?
You put in Bjork. Wait, do they know you're a music head? Surely they do.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, you put in some music on. For your mom, it was
Oh yeah,
Bjork, right? I was actually listening to some Bjork, but
that's
I'll
your.
talk about that in a second. But
Oh nice.
um,
Oh,
yeah, I was very I thought about that a lot in terms of I was really reminded of you when I was watching Last of Us 2, and it was this Joel guy, right?
yes, I've heard. Yeah.
And he and his relationship to Ellie is something so beautiful because he's not really into what his daughter, yeah, his daughter likes. I'm talking about Ellie, not Sarah, not his biological. He's not really into what Ellie likes, but he indulges her in a way that okay. There are levels of indulgence in terms of, oh, you love Minecraft. I'm like, no, I love MCSG PvP with like fishing rods. There is no engagement outside of like the like it's like I play on a fucking computer. Oh, I play within this medium. But you don't really know what I'm doing. You don't understand it, right? And there isn't any sort of careful analysis on what's going on with Joel. It's oh yeah, I know this, I'm not really into this, and then he can like indulge her anyway because he's still engaged with it regardless of the fact. And he was saying, I what about Samson and Taylor's relationship. It's like I thought that was a little bit rude what Taylor did. So it's on that level. He can talk on that level, and so that's very
Uh-huh.
much he knows she's into those things and then engages with those things so he can indulge her curiosity within these things and understand more about her. I think that's what a good parent does, right? That's what a good parent. That's all
Yes.
the good figures I've had in my life that were older have always done this. Now, for you to so be into music and then your mom sort of going, turn that off, put MJ on.
Yeah.
To me,
Thank you. Yeah. Put the name down.
that's on a level of vitriol that because it reminds me so much of my situation in terms of just a lack of engagement from my closest parental figure, which is my mom. The lack of engagement with anything I did, um, really, that man, my mom's a nice person in terms of like she's pleasant to be around, but she isn't gonna, she isn't someone that it's more of she cares about me because I'm her biological. She doesn't care about, my individualities that exist. She doesn't engage with them
Yeah,
in any sort of
yeah.
sense. And
For me,
so your mom doing that is probably one of the worst, most that's to me that's sacrilege on a different level. To me, because when you I think you've made a very strong statement when you've done that. You've basically said you're my kid in terms of you're my biological spawn, but I do not care about your sort of independence. There's this sort of okay, when you're born, right, you're not an individual in the sense of okay, this is an individual that I love. This is an extension of me that I love. That's how it starts out. But you want that love to develop into look at who I am as an individual. You may not necessarily enjoy the things that I've decided to do, but you engage and you're curious about the things that I've decided to engage with in this world that are outside of you. And it's this sort of differentiation from the parent that I think is something that as a parent, and this is why I hate LTG, by the way. This is why I hate LTG, because that's why he wants a son. He wants an extension of himself so he can fix, this is his own words, fix mistakes that his father, James Wilson, made.
yeah,
That's very scary because that he's not differentiating the child as, oh, this is its own thing. This is something that's gonna have its own curiosities, and so I just have to, accept that maybe they're not going to be into the things that they like. If there's massive tension over that, now, obviously, I'm not talking about, oh, what happens if I want to, just, snort coke all day. That's not what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm talking about on the level of, oh, you're into sports and I'm into playing fucking video games. That's the level I'm on. That's the level I'm talking about. If a parent can't engage in that, I do really question how much is this just like a blood thing, and that's why
yeah,
I especially care about my friends more than particular family dynamics, because how am I not? And I appreciate my mom for taking care of me, but in she's a single mother, of course. I super appreciate that, and I think there's a place for that, of course. But it would have been nice if there was an engagement outside of that, and you not getting that is, I think, it's a really strong statement for me. It's you asking her, if I did something wrong, would you question that? If I was at court, somebody accusing me of something, it was something along the lines of that, and she said, no, I back you no matter what, and you didn't understand. It was fucking crazy to you. It was sort of you're not being evaluated on your own merits of your own sort of actions that you've come to do in this world. You're being sort of you're not being seen as a person, but you're being seen as a blood connection. And I can see why that's scary, especially like, it's scary for me, but especially for somebody like you who has particular interests and deviations from the family unit that you exist in. I think that's incredibly upsetting. Dismissing you
well,
so quickly on something that you love. It's crazy.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like for her, she just doesn't seem to realize like how much it means to me. I mean, maybe she realizes how much it means to me, like
Is she
music
fucking
means to me, but I
stupid?
don't. Well,
I'm
no, no, no.
genuinely
Like
curious. Is this person okay in the brain in terms of this is a person that's this guy's get because people at work that have known you for a smaller amount of time have indulged your interest by buying you a fucking gramophone or whatever the fuck, and
yeah.
you don't have that relationship with your mom. It's like, okay, here are some fucking clothes and Minecraft pajamas. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck?
Yes, like it's really, I think it's one of those things where my mom just doesn't realize how much it actually affects me to not have her indulge in my interests or even give it a chance. And that's how everyone is. It's like same with my brother. Like I remember speaking to somebody about this not long ago, and I remember talking to you about it too, where my brother's, playing Call of Duty, and I'm saying to him, I'm like,
Elden Ring, yeah.
Elden Ring, and it's like that's extremely, you know, on what's the word? It's very like unfaithful. I'd say it's unfaithful because for you to sit there and expect me to do something with you that I'm not interested in, but that not go both ways is really hurtful. And it's like these people don't realize how much my interests, or rather, it's like they don't realize how much these things affect me because I love like showing people my interests. It's one of my favorite things in the world. I love it. It's so fun. It's so interesting to me. Um, to the point where I like exploring my friends' interests, but I have much less interest in that in comparison to showing other people my interests. And I remember um, someone complained to me because I would always show them music, but I wouldn't be open to trying out their music. And so I actually stopped doing it because I felt bad and I really struggled exploring people's music. So I actually, like, I just stopped showing people stuff. But then I kind of learned how to, and because I've kind of done that in my own way, well, basically done what he did, and I know how that feels. I can only imagine how it made these other people feel. Um, but yeah, I'm kind of rambling now, but I feel like they just don't realize how much it affects me that my own family don't care to try out my things, the things that I love. I've spent my entire life, I've dedicated my life to these things, and they're not even interested in giving it a go. It's really
To me, I
disrespectful.
think this is like the peak of stupidity and lack of emotional awareness. Now, that's not to say that people people are a consequence of particular environments that they've existed in, but there is a certain contempt I have for people that um lack that engagement. That um what's the excuse? I mean, it's not really what's the excuse, but it's it is so to me. I think it's really stupid being at the end of that and witnessing that, and then seeing you go through the same thing. Going, there are people that are obviously grappling with your interests that know you less, but your family is just so indifferent. Like, what sort of relationship do they want to have with you? In terms of are they gonna go, oh, I loved my son EXE. The fuck, knew nothing about him. It's on that level of
Mhm.
I could never be sad for somebody that I never even spent time with. It's like, oh, I neglected you. I don't even feel. I don't have the right to feel sad because I never even tried to engage with you on any sort of level. That's pathetic. That's super pathetic. So for me, I'd be rolling in my grave. I would never be buried, by the way. But I
Oh
can
yeah.
just imagine my mom. It's like, oh, I miss Joe. It's like, what the fuck, Joe? You don't know who this guy is. That,
I thought about this exact thing. I thought about this exact thing like a couple of weeks ago, and I'm thinking, I wonder what my household would look like. My mom being on her own. I wonder how my family would feel if I was gone, or in some way, whether I passed away or I ran away or whatever it is. And I'm thinking, it's like I can't see why they I don't even feel like they have a valid reason to actually be upset about that, because at the end of the day, these people, all I hear from these people is critiques. They just kind of criticize me. That's all it really feels like. I feel very unappreciated from these people. Um, I don't feel very valued because I don't see, you know, any sort of validation from these people. I never hear any form of validation. They really don't talk to me in the kind of manner that I'd expect from, yeah, a little brother, someone's son, and they don't we don't do anything. Like, we don't talk together. I've tried to show them things I'm interested in and they're not interested to try them out. Like, I tried watch Breaking Bad with my mom and that was miserable, so I just refused to do it with her. She didn't want to listen to my music. My brother never wants to try out my music. All of these things. And it's funny because the only person that's ever been interested in trying these things is, Eleanor, as I told you, my brother's wife. Um, and she is like a really really kind person to me, and I see it that way because she actually takes time out of her day to see how I'm doing and help me, because my room wasn't clean like a couple of weeks ago. It wasn't clean, and she said to me, she's like, because I was going to get some, someone's going to take me to go
business
get my
as
hair done.
usual.
Right, right. But this is what happened was she was gonna or my sister, I don't know if she's my sister-in-law or whatever, my sister, Natalie, she was gonna take me to go get my hair done, and
Wow,
she
big
said she was
ups,
busy
Nat.
that day.
Very rare.
Yeah, yeah. Well, then she was busy that day,
Mm.
so she said she couldn't do it, and my sis, and then Eleanor called me because Natalie spoke to her about it or something on the phone, and she's like, why don't you walk? Like you should walk. Like
Yeah, you
she
lazy
said like,
shit.
yeah, well she's like, you could walk, it's really not that far. So she's like, how about this? Like I'll guide you through the whole thing. I know that this is something that you don't do much, and like it might be difficult, but I'll help you through the entire thing. Like there's no need to be ashamed or anything. Like like you can, you're not as like, she said something like you're not as like worthless as everyone makes you out to be. Like I think that you just like you severely lack confidence in yourself, and it really hinders you. um so she like basically guided me through doing laundry and like just helping me clean my whole room, like on the phone. Like she's like, because if I do it, like you'll never learn. Like you got to do it yourself, but I'll completely help you and guide you through the entire process. um so she did that, and then she sent me this heartfelt message where she's saying that she's really proud of me, that I can do these things, like I need to believe in myself more, like I'm really great. And that was the kindest thing anyone's ever said to me. No one's ever said anything so kind. Like it meant so much to me to hear that from her, because my own mother's never spoke to me in that way. My own brother
Jesus
hasn't. My dad
Christ.
never really did. And it's like, it feels great. I mean, yeah, like all of these people around me, like they don't believe in me as a person. They think I'm very unreliable. And that's not a good feeling. And Eleanor was like, you, she's like saying, it's like, whenever like she's asked or whatever, whenever like someone's asked about asking Ben to do something, take on some form of responsibility for them, they always say, oh well, it's Ben, so like let's just not do that, let's ask someone else. Like that's out of the picture. And it's not even like there's no second thought there. It's so natural
God, they're
for them
right
to
about
just
that.
disregard me. It's so natural for them to disregard me as a responsible person, right? And she's saying it's like that isn't fair. Like you're 20 years old now, and they treat you like you're 12. Like you're not 12, you're 20. You are an adult, and you do have
20 now?
responsibilities.
You were 19.
Yeah, I just turned 20. Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought you were younger than you were.
No, no, no.
Welcome. My boss said, but when I turned 20, it's like childhood is over. Oh god.
Oh yeah, 20.
Yeah, yeah, no idea. You know what? Seeing you as unreliable, you know what? That makes sense. That's fair. It's Ben. Nothing's gonna happen. But the thing is, it's not fair. If it was me doing it, that's fine. If it's them doing that, who created the environment to create you like this? That's all I'm gonna say. And people, if you're in Mongolia back in the day, are you gonna, go and rape and pillage a bunch of different houses? Like, yeah, of course. Your environment makes you. So, you know, what are we meaningfully genetically different from the humans that came from like Nazi Germany? Probably not. Are today's generations different? No. Yeah, meaningfully different genetically. Probably not.
Hello?
Oh, were you not here?
No, no. I think I got DC from the call, but my brother just drove past saying he was gonna go grab some food.
No.
What were you saying?
I was saying, you know what? It isn't entirely unfair for them to go, oh, what you call it? Ben is fucking worthless to rely on. You're an idiot for relying on fucking Ben. But you know what? That's fair for me to say. That's way less fair for them to say, because who created the environment? Who
Yeah,
created the
exactly.
environment?
Well,
Would you be
I'm
a
telling
bum
you.
if you actually had the correct environment where you could luxuriate and actually, be of use?
Right.
Who's to say you
That's
wouldn't?
what she said. This is what she said. She literally said to me that like it's just because you've been raised in an environment where you being allowed to do whatever the fuck you want to do. So now that you're old, they all expect you to know how to do these things, but they never taught you how to do them.
Ah,
How are you going to
100%.
know?
Yeah.
You know, I agree 100%. I even said that myself. I'm like, I completely agree with you. And she's saying, she's like, I hope I'm not coming across as like, you know, too like very judgy. I'm like, no, no, like no, oh, like like this is perfect. Like I completely understand what you're saying, and I don't think that you're being ill-mannered at all. I think that you're being very respectful with how you're putting this across to me.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's really
for
stupid.
herself,
What she
man,
said
like,
was exactly correct too. It's we sort of we sort of have extreme judgment for adults that don't know how to do things, but then we understand that when children don't know how to do things, they're a product of their environment. We're somehow meant to just skip to knowing how to
yeah,
do things when we turn a certain age, but yet we understand that, yeah, of course, that some kids are not gonna know how to do things because of their environment. It doesn't make any sense. Like, yeah, those same kids went up to become adults, and then what? They never magically got those skills. They're those same people. So especially when those are your those are the figures in your life that were the ones that guided you to be who you are. So um
yeah,
it's hard being a parent. I don't want to super knock parents. It's a really hard job, and it's not something that you get trained for. I don't know when she got knocked up with you, but to be fair, you were the sort of person that came afterwards. So
I
I'm
was her
actually.
third child. Yeah, I was also my father's third child.
Mhm.
Um, Something else. I think I spoke to. I don't know. Maybe this was near. I don't know who it was. About a week ago, I was speaking about this thing where I was saying that about 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 people like parents being parents when they shouldn't be parents. People that end up being end up having a child, but they don't know how to navigate a relationship between parent and child. Where, for example, when I was growing up, and I'm not just talking about me a couple of years ago. I'm talking when I was maybe 14 years old, 15 years old, like around the time that I started to feel depressed. Um,
Mhm.
I would have to deal with
Doesn't
this
exist.
feeling of depression. Yeah, oh yeah, it doesn't exist. Yeah, I would have to, deal with this depression at a young age and not know how to deal with it. And at the time, the only way that I knew how to deal with depression as a 14, 15-year-old was self
Stay
harm,
shut to yourself
right?
in the room, and then
Well,
talk to
that too,
people that
yeah.
actually validated you instead of never engage with anything that you like, never even took the time to understand you on your terms. That makes
Mhm.
sense. That
And
makes
well,
sense. The
well,
fact that they don't even understand this too is fucking crazy to me. But a brother that doesn't believe in depression, yeah, yeah. Or I don't know if that's actually where his
I
beliefs
don't think
are,
he
but
does not. He definitely believes in it. He just doesn't think that he. Well, I wouldn't even say I'm depressed anymore, to be honest. But I'd say
big
he
ups.
does he did. Yeah, well, he back when I was really really depressed, he just wouldn't believe that I was. He's like, you're not depressed. You're just.
You haven't gone through any. It's one of those
That's
things
it.
because
That's what
depression
he said to
is.
me. He said to me, You've never been through anything to make you depressed." And it's like, I remember saying to him, I'm like, that's not how it works. Like, I don't have to go through anything. It's not about that. It's like people navigate these things differently. People feel, it's like with grief. It's like when my father died, that was really hard on me. But my brother didn't show anything, at least on the outside. And whenever I spoke to him about it, he just said that he was perfectly fine, and he was just pushing it away and not thinking about it. And that's how he dealt with, the grief. You know, and that's a prime example of how different people deal with different situations and different emotions. Just because my situation might not have made him feel depressed doesn't mean that I shouldn't feel validated for
So
feeling depressed. And um I was basically just saying that I remember when my dad found my parents actually both found, like, I was wearing a t-shirt. I went downstairs on a school night or something, and they seen like a scar on my arm, and they were like, "What's that scar?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. Like, I must have like caught it on something. I'm not sure." And they were like, "That better not be, you cutting yourself, like, shit like that." And my dad got really angry about it. And I feel like you should just never get angry about something like that. You should just never get
Well,
angry.
if you should get angry, it's on the level of, how do you even deal with that anger? Because that's an
Oh, well,
emotion.
yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
don't
like,
pick
well,
your
that,
emotions,
yeah,
right? So
exactly.
I know what you're saying.
Of
No,
course.
I'm just nitpicking.
But my
But
brother
yeah,
did the same thing. My brother did the same thing, but he
yeah,
took it out in a way worse way. Now,
mhm.
granted, my dad didn't know for sure because I just lied and said it wasn't what he thought it was, and I don't know if he believed it at the time, but he didn't act upon it. But my brother like knew exactly what it was instantly, and I think I admitted it when he seen that. And this was back when I was still 18 years old, and as I've told you in the past, the guy tried to punch me, and it's like that is just the worst because I know how I felt, and I can say that it's a horrible way to react to the situation because I know how it made me feel. I genuinely remember how I felt. I felt like because obviously I was doing it at the time because I was suicidal. I felt like committing suicide out of spite for this person because of the way that
Yeah,
he reacted to me, and that's what happens when you do that. You make me feel so like worthless when you do that. You really don't take any time to try and talk to me about it, like negotiate,
mm,
basically. It's but this is what I mean. It's like my brother, if he does that about his little brother, I wonder how he's going to react if one of his children are doing
yeah,
that. I
exactly.
would
Yeah,
not want to see that. So these people, I don't believe anyone in my family that I've ever seen, that I've known anything about, and I'm talking like my entire fucking bloodline has ever been ready for a child, because yeah, I'm a good example of how their their
back to
parenting
the
is
apes, back
affected
to
me.
Africa. That's how far. Like, yeah, none of them knew. Jeez, that might have been
Well,
kings.
the thing is, it's just like I've obviously spent time away from their environment, from being like kind of like a normie where I live. I don't
Mm.
care about football. I don't go to the
Fuck
fucking local pub.
football.
I don't do these things. I'm not a drinker. I don't do drugs. I don't do these things that
Well,
these
drink
people
is
are
a
interested
drug.
in.
Drinking alcohol, that is.
Well, I suppose I do drugs then because I do, take nicotine. But outside of that,
Uh,
um, but yeah, my point is I've taken a step out of that environment, so I feel like to an extent my brain is kind of being rewired because I've had
your
a
brain's always
much
been
different
wild.
experience to other people. Like, not well, I said like rewired. Um, but once I turned like 12, 13 years old, I felt like I just the way that I approached topics and the way that I'd seen things and thought about things was entirely different to the way that it was, when I was a little bit younger than that. Because instead of being around all of these people where I live, I took a step away from that and I went on the internet and I spoke to, I began having friends on the internet and really being chronically online, um, which meant that I would. I was much more accepting with things. I explored myself as a person entirely
Mm.
to a point where I turned into a completely different person, and I think that's just the main reason that like I'm so different to everyone else in my
Yeah, yeah.
family.
The environment changed you. Yeah,
Exactly, like my brother says, he always would say like, "Oh, you're a product of your own environment," and like, well,
yeah,
if that's true, like look at exactly, that's exactly what's happened. I've took a step out of your environment and I've stepped into a different one, and I became that
yeah.
kind of person.
I'd rather be who I am than some like fucking
Oh,
guy that
100%, yeah.
uh, actual accepting environment that doesn't actually get out of the situation. Mm. Yeah, I'm just thinking of the unicorn lunchbox story, where your brother saw your his son with a unicorn lunchbox and robbed it out. Is it a
Yeah.
unicorn lunchbox
I don't know. No, it wasn't a
or a
luggage. Oh, it was a
unicorn
suitcase.
bag?
Yeah, the suitcase. My niece.
Yeah. So, so what the fuck? You do realize that warriors were wearing unicorn coats of arms on their armor, right? So what the fuck? The fuck are you talking about? Yeah. It's like building insecurities. Male insecurities are so pathetic too, because I used to have the same insecurities. I used to have the pink DS, and I actually got over it as a child.
Yeah,
Seeing a fucking
yeah.
man do that is wait, you never got over that?
I seen some video. on Twitter or something a couple months ago where a guy's working in a gas station. Well, actually, I don't know if it was a gas station. It was just
Petrol
like
station?
I don't know what it
Or
was.
uh,
It might just be like a convenience store, like some corner shop, and it was in America. And
okay.
this guy, some black guy bought a lighter, and the guy working there gave him a pink lighter on purpose to see how he'd react. And the guy like crashed the fuck out. Like he was screaming at him and shit, like really like losing his fucking mind.
Just
And it's
is
just
it? I'm saying, is that a skit or what? Or
no, that was real.
A
No,
real
this is real.
CCTV?
Because it's in the hood. This guy's in the hood. Like he records it and he makes videos out of it. He's in the hood.
Okay. Now I'm even
No,
more
it's-
skeptical. Now that you said this guy's doing a series, I'm even super more skeptical. Well,
Well,
yeah,
it's not like
whatever.
CCTV. He like sets his phone down or something and records
Yeah.
his day. I don't know, but that's the main thing for me is like that's why when I was watching The Sopranos, I really see my brother in Tony Soprano because it's just the toxic masculinity aspect. And for example, let's say the way that Tony responds to AJ. Um, I'm not too sure on
I haven't seen
what he.
far. I do know that I'm pretty sure he attempts to kill himself. So
Yes, he does. He does. He does that in season 6, actually. Um,
definitely not seen
and
that far, but I just know that happens.
and it's so hilarious. They're in the hospital after because it's this thing where he tries to drown himself in their pool when no one's home. He like ties a cinder block
Mm-hmm.
like to his neck or whatever, and he puts a paper bag around his head and he jumps in the pool. And Tony
Mm-hmm.
comes home and finds him, so he saves him and he takes him to the hospital. And he's like standing there with Carmelo. Carmelo's like crying on his shoulders, like that was our how a little like a kind little boy. Like he was always so happy. It's like no, he wasn't. Like no, he was not
Yeah, that's
happy.
what
This
your
guy
mom would
was
say too when you slash hug.
yes, yeah, he was so depressed, even from the rip. Like this guy was always, if not depressed, just very he had very like pessimistic views on different things. Well, I forgot what it's called. This He was interested in
Being
like
a philosopher, yeah, I know.
science. Well, yeah, he had phases of like what's it called, nihilism. He had very nihilistic views at different points in the show, and it's just like that was such cap. Like I don't know what she's talking about, but yeah, I really, I
Base
just really,
nihilism.
huh?
I said base nihilism.
Oh yeah, of course, very based. It's
Yeah,
it's
I agree.
it's just it was just really, what's the word I'm looking for? Humor, like I don't know. It was just very funny to me to like see that and like see the irony in that because I myself has went through like similar situations basically. There's like I'm sure you've seen this. Yeah, yeah. This is really early in the show. You definitely seen this. Hunter. It's like what's her name? Meadows like college roommate or whatever,
Mm,
or university roommate, whatever.
mm,
And she's like really depressed and she's like self-harming.
mm.
Well, the way that like Tony would, I think that if I remember correctly, like Carmela was a lot more um empathetic towards her, or at least like talking about her, she was, she actually like sort of like she felt bad, like she felt bad
That's not what
for
apathetic means.
no, I said
Apathetic.
empathetic.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say.
No, no, I mean, I suppose it was more sympathy. Like she showed a lot of sympathy for her. She felt very bad for her, and um, but then Tony, on the other hand, is just basically looking at her like she's a weirdo, and like he doesn't feel anything in regards to like what she's
Based.
doing. I mean, sure, Tony's quite based, yeah, but that's I really like. I can't wait for my brother's kids to grow up because I have a feeling that one of them's going to be like kind of the odd one out, like I was, and I want
Because
to
he
know
has
how
many
he deals
kids.
with that.
Yeah. So there's a high chance for that to happen. I say
Yeah.
a higher chance, more probably the same chance but just rolled multiple times.
Hmm. It's really I just feel like people just aren't ready for children. Like they're not ready to bear that responsibility, and it's such a normalized thing to just have children when you like settle down with a partner. But people don't think about like you're
That is
raising a
becoming
human
very
being.
not normal for some
Like
reason. But yeah.
you're raising a human being. Like you are literally in charge of a human being's upbringing, and all of the like there's so many people out there that just don't deserve to be parents. Like they're just not ready for that responsibility because they can't raise functioning members of society, or at least in the sense of where your child, you're not a good enough parent to your child that your child has to, for example, be like me, where because my parents didn't, teach me these things, they didn't show me enough attention as a child. I grew up and I didn't, for example, I have like, bad social anxiety because I'm not able to really, because I never socialized growing up. I just stayed inside all day because I was never forced to go outside. And it's the same with, I had to teach myself how to ride a bike at 17 years old and all of these things. And that's what happens when you have parents like that. My brother was a lot more independent, I guess. Like he was actually interested in, selling drugs and going out with friends and all of this shit. But I wasn't growing up. It didn't interest me. I wanted to be inside all day playing COD or whatever. So
Mm.
I grew up not being able to like socialize, and I didn't know how to do things. I had no discipline for myself, and I still really don't. I'm still having to learn that discipline. But I just feel like I'm a prime example. But I do think that my his wife is I think she's a good mother. I do think that she's like that because she doesn't like how do I explain it? She spends a lot of time with her children, whereas my brother doesn't spend as much time. He doesn't. He really doesn't
That's
spend
a
as much time. I mean, what in the sense of like he'd rub off on them, or like
yeah,
the way that he'd
maybe
treat
yeah, in
them.
terms of a lot of insecurities get passed on.
Yeah,
Um
because the thing is, she's very open. Like she's like one of the only people that said to me that if I was gay or anything like that she'd accept me. My brother never said anything like that to me. My dad actually did when I was younger, but outside of him, I don't think my mom said that to me. My brother never said that to me. So my sister-in-law is she's a very open person. She's a very kind person. I feel like she's but when it comes to my brother, like let's say that his son was gay, he would be extremely against that, but his wife would not be
really on
against
that
it.
level?
Oh yes. Do you not remember what he said to me, where he said that if his son was like me, he'd put him out of his misery? Like that's how deep this guy
Yeah, but he
is.
doesn't
Like,
know that you're gay. Well, I mean, at
well, I
least
know, but
speculates.
that's the thing. That's the
That,
thing. If he's saying that because he thinks that I'm a nerd, which is what he says, that I'm a nerd who's a virgin and isn't interested in having sex, because that means so much to him, which is crazy to me. And he's saying
mm,
that. Imagine how he'd feel if he knew that I was bisexual. Like how fucking insane that would be. Like if his son if his son or his daughters turn out to be homosexual or just basically anything that's not heterosexual, I don't even want to know how he's going to treat them. I actually
if it
really
was a
pray for
lesbian,
him.
you know what? There is this like weird male shit where that's just less important in comparison.
Oh
But
really?
yeah,
Oh
oh yeah,
wow,
for sure.
I
Yeah,
did not know that.
it's on the level of guys would probably mind not mind to not care at nowhere near as much as if a guy had sex with their significant other. If it was a girl, I think they would find it quite intriguing. Which is yeah, it's the level of
That's
there's a lot of
disgusting.
weird.
Well,
There is a sort of a really weird relationship between straight males and lesbians.
oh yeah.
Yeah, because there is homophobia. It's just like different. It's not as this like intense hatred, but it's more of this like eroticization of lesbianness, I guess.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I do. I do honestly feel bad for his children, to like in a way.
I
Sure,
don't
they
know
have like,
anything yet.
th- you know, they're gonna have like all the money and shit. They're gonna be spoiled with all of their possessions, but that's just gonna make them worse. Because the thing is, you should see them. Like my fucking 2-year-old niece and my 1-year-old, no, my 3-year-old niece. They both have iPads at the age of 2 years old and 3 years
Crazy to
old,
me.
and they scream and cry if they don't have their iPad. And my sister, my brother, for some reason, just gave in to them. You know, and
Yeah,
it's
I
like
know. I don't understand that too. I don't
crazy,
understand.
right? Holy shit. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, I know that from personal experience. This is crazy business. Yeah, iPad
That's what I
kids
mean by that's that
gonna
like
get
this note like
fucked.
that right there.
Fuck.
Like they're not disciplining their children, and they're growing up not thinking. Well, they're growing up thinking that they're
They're
gonna get
growing up as
whatever the fuck they
addicts.
want. Yeah, well, that's another thing. Is the amount of
But it's
free
like
time.
tech illiterate addicts. That's the thing. So I'd rather have my son on the computer with like access to like the craziest fucking like furry porn or something, and like them
Yeah,
becoming like a fucking furry, but they're like crazy like tech genius that doing like cool shit, rather than
yeah,
like a
yeah,
fucking iPad kid that it's like, oh, I'm just watching TikTok, or like YouTube Shorts. So oh my
yeah.
what? That's what you
Exactly.
do on the internet.
Exactly.
No intellectual pursuits. What? Like go read a book, pussy. Go fucking read a book.
Yeah, my nephew plays Roblox and he watches YouTube videos of people playing Roblox. But I'll actually, there is, to be
And that's
fair,
like
this is
you.
this is exactly what you just said, right? This is actually what you just said about like your child. He's really fucking clever with like physics. He's always telling me all of these things about planets and stars, and he's
Yeah,
telling me that like
big ups.
what? Yeah, he's telling me like the temperature of the moon and shit, and it's like I would
Oh,
like
what
this.
the fuck is
Like,
he? Like, that's the right algo. Like, keep him on
this
that.
yeah, no, because what he does is he uses Chat GPT and he asks Chat
Okay,
GPT all of
that's
these
not
scientific
not good.
questions.
That's not good. That's not good.
Right, right. But outside of
Really,
that, like
that's actually I'd rather actually have my kid like get their hand chopped off or something. It's like it's on that level. That's not good.
oh no, my brother crazy validates it. He's like, oh, Chat GPT is like the most smartest thing in the universe. He's
Oh
always telling my
shit.
nephew to look shit up and Chat. He's rubbing off on him, and I think it's kind of stupid. But
You were saying big ups like it's the
no, well,
the temperature of the
big ups
moon.
to him because he's using the internet for that. And like to be fair, like
To be
that's not
fair.
his only source
His
of
heart's in the
information.
right place.
It is.
His mouse is definitely in
He
the
has,
wrong place.
he also reads a lot. He reads a
Okay.
lot because this was a really good gift. His birthday was the day before mine. He turned 6 on the 19th, and he got this gift off of his mum, and it's a book. I don't remember exactly what the book was, but it's just kind of like like a like a I suppose like a child friendly like physics book, like talking about planets and and
I'm talking about the planets.
space and shit like that. And he loves it, and it was a really good gift, I think, because there's lots of different facts in there, something he's interested in, and it's a really good like educational book for him. But something else I
How
should
old is the
mention that I
kid?
forgot,
How old is the kid?
he's just turned 6 like the other day,
Oh,
last
okay. What
week.
the fuck? I thought this was like a 11-year-old or something.
Oh no,
I
he's
thought
really
this was
intelligent for his
KC.
age. No, no, no.
But how the fuck would you know? You talk to 6-year-olds or something?
Well, just like I suppose just from an assumption standpoint, because when
Oh,
I
you don't
speak to
even
him,
know. You're doing that
no,
thing
no, no, but
that
listen,
parents do.
hear me out,
It's like,
hear me
oh,
out, hear
my
me
kid
out.
is like this fucking like smartest thing in the world. Oh, you're doing that thing. It's like, oh, I
No, no, no,
suppose.
listen, man. Let me justify what I myself here. Okay, listen.
I'm
He
listening.
man, you're throwing me off track. When I speak to him,
Yeah.
I like the other week I was speaking to him about something. He was telling me all of these things about some planet, talking about some other metric of temperature that I'd never even heard of,
Kelvin?
and I'm yes, Kelvin. I'd never heard of that. I look it up, and he's fucking right. I'd never heard of Kelvin.
Bruv.
I'm being serious.
Bruv.
Yes, yes. Who like I wasn't good in school. I hated
Neither
school. I
was
never paid
I.
attention. Yeah, but like you're still like academically, like, you're 10 times smarter than I am. Like, I'm sure, like, if it came, like, I don't know algebra. Like, I can't do algebra. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, even stuff like that, that's probably really basic to other people. I don't know that shit. Like, I can divide and I can multiply, and that's my
Big
fuck.
ups.
That's as far as I'm going.
Napier's Bones? Napier's Bones user?
What?
What? You don't know what Napier's Bones?
Bro, is that like
Na-
cool math games? Like, what's that?
Napier's Bones are the way you draw a square, right? And then you put like diagonal lines inside it,
Wait,
right?
it's like an equation? I thought it was like a website.
It's not an equation. It's a way to do. It's the fastest way, at least I found, to do mathematics. I actually learned it really early too, so I was like ahead of the curve. But I remember in year 7 we were learning it, and I'm like, bro, I would learn this in year 5, but I already know Napier's Bones.
Yeah.
Napier, and I did it like a really strange way. They had like a patch to it. They had an updated version of Napier's Bones. I'm going, what the fuck? I didn't like their one was better than mine, but I was just so used to doing my one. I was actually kind of defensive of my shittier Napier's Bones. Where they extended the diagonals out the square to write the final number, whereas I didn't do that. And it like aligned it for them in a better way than it did for mine, but it's like, you know what I mean? It's like I'm more prone to mistakes that I'm not making. Okay, cool. Go fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But type in Napier's Bones, like the name Napier. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Napier's Bones, where he got a bunch of bones together. I think that's the lore. Napier's Bones. Yeah, Napier's Bones. That's crazy that you don't know Napier's Bones. You have to know what it is if you look at it.
Let me see.
It looks fucking different when you actually type in Napier's Bones.
No fucking clue.
So what you do, right, is you draw a box. You like think about like a maths grid, and then imagine putting diagonals in all the boxes, right? And then so like imagine a 4x4 box, made up of like small boxes, and you make it 4x4, and then in this box, in each of the boxes inside of it, you draw a bunch of diagonal lines. Then you write on top of the box and to the side of the box. One side of the box you write the first number you're trying to multiply, the first 4-digit number, and the second 4-digit number on the top, right? And then you just go, okay, what is 1 times 1? And then you write the result in the what would you call it? Inside each of the each side of the diagonal. So if it's what would you call it? So let's say I do what do you call it, like 8 times 2, 16. I write 1 on the first diagonal and 6 on the bottom diagonal, right? And so I do this for all the numbers, right? And then all I do is alongside the diagonals, I just add all the numbers together. I think at the end you just add all the numbers together, and then the result is the what do you call it? Both of those 4-digit numbers times together. That's how you do it. From my memory. I'm working on some like shit fun where I haven't used Napier's Bones in a decade, so.
Yeah. No, it doesn't ring a bell whatsoever. And I'm looking at this grid you're talking about. It makes like not.
Wait, how'd you multiply them? What's your method?
Oh, I don't remember what it's called, but there was something that I used. It was like can't remember what it's called. So let's say you're doing 12 times 6, right? So you write 12, and then where the 1 is, you write the times, like the multiplication symbol, and then under the 2 you write 6, right? So you do 2 times 6, which is 12, and then you do 1 times whatever it is. You do that, and then you basically just go in order, timesing each individual number by whatever you're timesing it by. That's how I would do, but I don't know what that was. I forgot what that method was called.
I don't know. Addiction to short form videos is associated with reduction of brain activity in the frontal lobe and weakened focus. At the doctors, by the way, that's why I'm not on yet. All right. Sorry, Naraj sent me something. Short form content. That's why I was going so hard on the YouTube shorts, by the way.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
okay.
y- yeah, maybe you need to write it out for me. Just show me how you do a sum, and I'll show you how I do a sum.
I'm not sure if I'll be able to. Let me see if there's any way that I can like do this on my phone.
Nah, when you get home, just get a piece of paper and then
Yeah. I've just been sitting here for like the last like 45 minutes, and this is a really nice view. Here, I'll show you. It's really fucking pixelated. Yeah, I'll send you a picture. I'll send you a picture. I took a picture earlier.
it's very clear. Very clear.
Oh, okay. Really nice view.
The road looks like shit.
Oh yeah.
Overcast.
Yeah. Not nice weather, but it's kind of nice. As I see like this like fog. I actually like how this looks. I think it looks interesting.
Yeah. Were you playing Taco Bell first room? Fog rolling in.
The fuck is Taco Bell first room, bro? What
You
is
don't
that?
know? You don't know Taco Bell first room?
I don't think so. I feel like I might remember Big Brain
What?
Broku playing it. I think I remember Big Brain Broku playing that shit. Maybe.
That's craziness. I need to ask Niraj if he knows what Napier's Bones is. There's no way he doesn't. He's like a maths genie. Like that's his specialist subject. Math.
Oh yeah.
So, let's see if he knows. Oh my! That was so Chinese. It was like Chinese strafes. I really didn't think I was gonna.
Chinese, right?
Yeah, well, Chinese strafes don't work. You don't know about the Chinese strafe method?
What's that? You invented that.
Yeah. Chinese players, apparently. It's
I
real cool.
don't think I've ever known of a single Chinese zombies player.
Yo, Calvin was obsessed with Chinese zombies players.
Really.
Yeah. There's some Chinese players playing. Cool.
I
Because,
remember there was these Japanese guys, Japanese
yeah.
BL2 players.
Yeah, I remember some Japanese players, and then there was Russian in the chat, and he said "Ching Chong Bing Bong." Jesus, wrong language.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I saw a video of a guy playing KOF 97 in a club. It was just a random video about people, like guys going to the club, and there was just people in the background playing KOF 97. I couldn't believe it. It was like I saw Chang on the Bali stage going, you know that stage where they go like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, that stage. Yeah.
That's really funny. Now there was some guy. See, I don't know why I'm doing this because it's not like I can speak this language. But every time I go to say hola, I
Let's
keep going to say, nah, I keep going to say like konnichiwa. I keep going to say
Konnichiwa,
konnichiwa or
Guan.
like why or konnichiwa. Go on. I seen this. I seen something. It was this video my brother showed me, and it was this guy, this Geordie, right? Some guy from Newcastle that was in Japan, and I can't. It was. I'm trying to remember what he said. It was. I found it really funny. He's in like some convenience store, and he's like walking past someone. He's like, and yeah, no, I'm talking. It's like maybe 4 in the morning, and he's like konnichiwa, and he walks past them, and he says something else, and man, I really can't remember what he was saying, but it was really funny hearing him try and talk Japanese when he has like a Geordie accent, because he really just was butchering all the pronunciations.
Oh, could the guy actually speak it though?
Well, all he said was konnichiwa, and that's it. I don't even think he said another Japanese word, but he just said it really weird. He didn't say it like you'd hear it from a Japanese person.
Yeah. I don't know how people can't do accents because you can and you're a monolingual, so
Yeah, I've adapted to talking like more southern, despite being extremely high north.
Oh, yeah, you're high north. You're in the fake north. The real,
Oh yeah.
the real north. You know, Ygritte from Game of Thrones, where she's saying, "You're a southerner. You're a fucking
Yeah,
southerner." I don't know how she said it, but
fucking southerner.
fucking southerner. Oh yeah, she did have more. I really like that voice. I
That's
don't really know.
really. It's so funny to me when I hear people try, like when I hear you try and talk northern because you butcher it so much, but it just seems so easy to me.
Fucking northerner. Nah,
You
I
just
start.
like you do a voice, like you do this weird voice as well.
Go
It's
down
so
the
fucking weird.
road. Go down the road. I'm going to the pictures. That guy from
Yeah, that sounds
Adolescence.
that.
I'm going to the
Adolescence. Like
pictures.
you sound more Scottish to me than you do northern.
So 50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town.
Ghost town.
The ghost town. That fucking boy, you seen her?
Let me hit the Scouse accent.
Can't do it. I
Oh,
can't do it
we had to
unless.
fly. We had to fly from Liverpool Airport as well. By the way, when we got here.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
that the
there was this
security man.
guy.
Yeah.
There
What
was
is this?
yeah, I was really really hungry, and there was like there wasn't really like anything to eat in there. All I seen was Burger King, and I don't like Burger King. I don't like it, but I'm like I'm really hungry. I need to eat something. I haven't eaten all day, and before we got on this plane, so I just went and got a Burger King,
Hmm.
and it was really mid. It's really mid. But the guy that was like serving me or whatever, he was like fucking miserable. This guy was really really miserable, and I tried to speak to him. I'm like, hey, I got order number, 455 or whatever, and he just stares at me. He didn't say a fucking word. He just stared at me and like pushed my bag of food forward towards me, and then I was like, yeah, thank you. So I put it back. I went to go grab my drink or whatever to like go fill up a cup with some water, and he like said something to me, but because of how scouse he was, I didn't know what he said, right? So me being me, I didn't want to say that because I felt really awkward. I'm like, oh right, okay, okay. So I stand there for like 5 seconds and he's staring at me. I'm like, sorry, what did you say? I'm like, what did you say? And then he's like, oh yeah, he's like, yeah, mate, it doesn't work. It doesn't work, mate. And I'm like, oh right, oh okay, yeah, no worries. So I just got a different drink or something, and I went back. I was like, what the fuck was that guy's problem? Like he seemed so angry at me for no reason.
Yeah, mate. That's such a ratty northern voice.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, it's actually a northern voice. There are so many very interesting voices in the north. I can't. I actually can't believe it. I mean, the south does have some really weird voices too, especially Essex, apparently, because I've never actually heard these voices outside of a fucking video, because these voices are not real.
Yeah, well, there's also East London as well that has a pretty
Yeah,
interesting accent.
that's like where that's the stereotypical Essex accent, which is because a bit of East London, like historically, is what you call it?
Like
In
Essex.
Essex, yeah, yeah. I'm talking about like
Yeah.
Romford, maybe Upminster. I'm pretty sure Upminster was, and all those like Dagenham.
I'm talking about when I was young, and
Mm.
when I'm talking like 8, 9 years old. I used to sit down with my mom, and she's watching EastEnders, if you know what that is. And
Yeah, I
I'm
know what
hearing all these
EastEnders is.
voices and these accents, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like this is crazy. Like why are they talking like that?
Mm-hmm. Why are they
Like
talking like that?
right?
And
Yeah,
you're saying in your fake northern accent, "What the fuck are they talking like that?
no, it'd
Fucking
be like
weirdos."
why are they talking like that? Why are they talking like that? Because that's the
Why do
thing.
you sound
These,
Irish? What?
why are they talking like that? It's like for some reason these people love shortcuts, right? Like northern people love shortcuts. Like so, what they'll do is there's so much slang,
Mm,
and they will do this thing where instead of saying, for example, like me, they'll say us. To say so it's like, can you get us?
What?
Can you get us a drink? Can you get us a drink, please? Instead of can you get me a drink, please?
Oh,
Or
gets us a drink? Oh, the pronoun switch? Yeah, that makes sense. Normal.
no, but they're talking about themselves. They're not talking about a group of people,
Yeah,
including themselves.
yeah.
They're talking about yeah.
It's like
Right,
a
all right,
very English thing. Like, you do know we say you for a singular person, right? It's like a very English thing. We say they for
No, it's
for
not
a
us.
singular.
It's not with a U. It's not with a U. It's with an E. It's S. E-S. It's
Us?
us.
Get us a
Yes.
drink? Us?
Can you get us? Can you get us a drink? Can you get us a drink? It's not us. It's us.
Yeah,
It's like a
that's
different word
normal.
entirely.
That's normal. That's
I know what you're saying. It's like if you're with like
it's
three people and
very
you're saying to your mom, it's like, "Hey, mom, can you get us a drink?" I'm not saying that. Can you get us a drink? And you're talking about yourself. You would never say, "Oh, can you get us a drink?" if you're with more than one person, because you'd say, "Can you get us?" It's just, you know what I mean? Like it's different, but they do that. And what else? What else is there? Let me think. Like yeah, talking to instead of to, you'd be like, "Hey, I'm talking to you."
uh,
They'd say, "Hey, I'm talking to you."
you. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's a very English thing. When you speak in fast, it just kind of merges together.
Yeah, but
That's not crazy
you
unknown. Like, you're
never.
making it sound like ancient, like Hebrewic, Arabic, Mongolian. The
Well,
fuck?
you never hear northern people, well, at least where I'm from, say I'm talking to you. They'll say I'm talking to
Talking to
you.
you.
They always say it like that. They never say to you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I forgot to mention this earlier. My Eleanor was talking about how she's actually going to be homeschooling her children. She's taken her oldest son out of school.
Why?
She said it was because of the main reason was bullying. Like her child
Oh,
was being bullied. The teachers weren't doing anything about it. And the thing
okay.
about him, like my nephew, he's just a very he's very like reserved. Like
What, the nerdy one?
yes,
Oh wow, that's even sadder. Like, the north is not a place for him.
no man, like children like and she was saying that some of these kids are fucking ruthless. Like these are like bad fucking kids. You know. Um, I remember when she tried to like take I think it was like she tried to take him over to one of her friends' house who also had a son, but her son was like autistic or something, and he wasn't good with other kids. And
Mm.
apparently he was really, really mean to my nephew. Like
Oh,
he'd be violent towards him and stuff. And my nephew would just cry, and my brother would always say to him, "It's like someone hits you, you should hit them back." It's like you can't cry, you know. And it's like I just think that's really like it's a bit stupid. Like he's not that type of kid. He doesn't want to do that. He's not like these other kids that have been bullying him that like to fight. He doesn't like to fight. He doesn't like conflict. I don't think there's anything wrong with that because I'm the same way. I've never been in a fight in my entire life. I've never once been in a fight because I just tried to avoid it. I was never interested in fighting. So yeah, she said that she's doing that. She's getting him a tutor and everything, and she's learning to teach him herself.
is that really the
Which,
best thing in
well,
terms
I was
of
saying
kids
to
getting bullied? In terms
I
of
was saying to her that I think it's not a horrible idea. I
oh,
do
she's
think
taking
that,
advice too.
huh?
I said, oh, she's taking advice on it instead of it's not a set and done thing.
Oh, well, it probably is a certain dumb thing, but I was just giving my advice towards her because she was listening and she seemed interested. And I said, I don't think it's a terrible thing because I think that, to be honest, I suppose the educational system isn't like perfect. I think that you probably get more value out of teaching him on your own and getting him a
How the
tutor
fuck would
in
you
terms of his.
know?
Well, because for me, like I really struggled going through school because I
Mm.
was just really uninterested, and the only time I was interested is when we were doing things that were interesting, which was
Whoa.
literature because I found it interesting. That's why I actually like I did well,
Now,
I
I
guess.
think if you had the right person, you would be a lot more into it. Because everything is fundamentally interesting. Um,
Yeah.
Just need to
Well,
have the right
no,
person.
you're right.
That's
I think you're
charismatic.
right because it's like it's about the
But don't
teacher. I
project
feel.
your own shit because you're at very different ages in terms of the problems that you're gonna have through school versus him. These gonna
Yeah,
these are gonna look very different. Um, especially that early.
yeah.
I wonder what the
That,
dad's gonna say. Does he know?
okay, hey, let me say. So first, I'll say to her, regardless of my reasoning, I did say that as a flaw, I think that it's a little bit detrimental to have a 6-year-old be homeschooled like that because he's gonna miss out on a lot of social interactions and he's gonna struggle dealing, with other kids and other people and like socializing people that he doesn't know growing up. Um, I said that towards her, and she said she agreed with me, and that my brother actually agrees with having him homeschool, but he agrees that that is a flaw of
Hmm.
homeschooling him. I am actually surprised as well that he decided to go along with the idea because he said that if he didn't agree with it, then he would not give a fuck what she said. He would completely go against her word and make sure that he's in public school. Um, but to be
You
honest,
mean state school,
because of
right?
where I, huh?
I said you mean state school, right? You know, public schools are like Eton.
Well, whatever it is, I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know. But um, I remember he was saying that he was actually considering putting him in a private school before they made this decision,
Oh yeah,
because he has the money to do so. Yeah,
schools
because
can be very
to be
expensive.
honest, yeah, to be honest, like the schools where we live, a lot of them are like kind of rough. Like
Yeah,
the
I
one
can
that I went
tell.
to, yeah, the one
Getting
that I
bullied at
went to.
fucking 6?
Oh, 100%.
What the fuck is that?
100%. Yes, yes, it was the same when I was young. I didn't really get bullied myself because I hang out with someone that I used to be best friends with someone that would do that. There was this little fat kid called Ben Baker. His name was Ben Baker, and me and my friend would bully the fuck out of him when we were in like year
Jesus.
1. I was a little bastard to that kid. I don't know why. Because I grew out of that the second that we got out of that year. It was just that one specific kid. I just found it funny to bully with my friend. You know, I don't know, but but kids are like that here. Are you? Did you not experience that growing up? Because I thought that was normal. Like there's bullies regardless of what age group you are. Is that not how it is?
I mean, yeah. When you say, but when you talk about bullying, it's being made fun out of. Yeah, I've experienced that as a 6-year-old. Yeah, but not anything severe that I would like very not severe to the level that I wouldn't call it
Right.
bullying. Um,
Oh no, he's been like attacked like
oh,
physically
physics.
before.
Okay, this is different. Actually, no, yeah, my school was never
And
anything like
by
that.
the way,
What? This is
this is
insane.
probably like the best primary school like where we live. Probably the best one as well. Right? That's the type of place we live in. It's like a rough place. It's not a nice fucking place. That's why I don't like living there.
Oh my god. Now that
I
could
thought
just
that
be
was
my
really normal.
experience, but yeah, no, being attacked by people. What the fuck? To be fair, I, we did do scraps, but it was because me and my best friend was looking for it. Like, we would be getting in the most trouble, and really, it was nothing. Um, it was like nothing serious, right? We like we'd be like
Right.
fucking like doing like martial arts against each other too, because you know what I'm talking about. And I had this like crazy move where he would kick me, and I'd lift his leg up, and then I'd make him fall to the ground. Yeah, that was sick. That was sick. Like it's like I was just so good
Yeah.
at it. It's like time slowed down for me every time that move happened.
Fucking hell.
So you
Just
know,
playing like Sekiro IRL.
so sort of I mean that seems pretty rough. I don't know how other people experience their schools. Because I do hear people that are ostensibly not in rough areas. They will say, "Oh yeah, kids can be rough." And I'm talking about, "Oh, you must be talking about secondary school." And that's about like fucking primary school or their
Oh
equivalent. And I'm
yeah.
thinking, what the? primary school is like a Mickey Mouse experience of everyone liking each other. What the fuck?
Yeah.
My experience is not on that same level at all. I don't know how you can, you know what I mean? It's like I'm like the proper weirdo that just, it's like, oh yeah, you know, it's like I'm friends with everyone. I'm cool with everyone. Wow, that's crazy. How does that happen?
Yeah, no, that's just how it is in my area. I thought that was extremely normal, but I guess not.
Primary school being hell? No. This is
Well, that's the thing.
that's not my
Like
experience.
I would
But why'd you say
never.
your area?
ev-
Is that necessarily your area or just experience that you had? Well, you had that experience. Well, you were the bully. Wow, EXE.
Yes, but I was also bullied in the later years of primary school myself.
Oh wow.
Yeah, year 4
Oh wow.
started like year 4. This one guy. Um, and I'm not talking like, oh, your mum's fat. You know, I'm not talking shit like that. I'm talking like this kid hit me. I remember there was this one time. I
What?
must have been in year 4. Oh yeah, yeah. There was this one time he punched me, and he was laughing at me, and there was all these people around, and I started crying.
Mhm.
You know, I was only like what? How old was I? Must have been like 8 years old, maybe 7 or some shit. I don't know.
You just getting what's even the escalation to that point where you're just getting hit?
I don't remember. I just vaguely remember like being on the ground on the field, and there was some people around, and he was laughing at me because I was crying.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy business. I'm glad I did not go to any of the shit that you existed in. Holy fuck.
Don't get me wrong, it wasn't like a super like, to be fair, like my school, at least the year that I was in, was like, you know, mostly like quite tame. Like this wasn't like a super big deal for me, but this one kid would just love to fuck with me. I don't know why it was me in particular. He just would love to bully me. Um, and I'd say that by the time I got to like year 5, year 6, I wasn't like popular, but I was like friends with a decent amount of people, to the point where I at least wasn't like disliked by most people. Um,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, but by the time it was like year 6, I like people would like leave me out of a lot of things because I was really annoying, I guess. Like they just got really bored of me, and they didn't want to be around me.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like that's where a lot of the insecurity, well, not insecurities, but I suppose just the way that I
Is that the
grew up,
Borderlands era?
the Borderlands era.
Yeah, that's when you asked your friend, oh, you were showing your friend Borderlands and he thought it was Nikki.
Yeah, actually it was, because when I was in primary school and like year 7, year 8, this was still my best friend. Oh fuck, these are all wet. And he lived over the road from me, but he went to a different primary school than me. And you know why? Because the same kid that bullied me bullied him. So he
Oh,
left my primary school. He left my primary school because he was getting bullied by the same kid that bullied me. There was another kid, by the way. Another kid broke this kid's arm in year 4. Year 5. Was it? No,
what?
no, it was
What?
year 4. In
What
year 4,
happened?
he broke my friend's arm. I don't remember the context, but he like jumped on his arm. He like got him on the ground and he jumped on his arm and he broke his arm. And this
Okay,
kid's 8 years old.
I'm sorry, Carl. This deranged. Oh
But you know
my
what's really
word.
funny about that? The kid that did that is actually, he's like my second cousin now or something, because my cousin married this kid's sister. But to be fair, he's I mean he's grown up to be all right now. He was definitely very strange as a kid, but he's okay. I mean, I've seen him come to my work sometimes. You know, I'll say what's up to him. I've had conversations with him. Seen him the other week. I was talking about driving, because my brother mentioned there's this driving course that you can go on, where you go there and it's like an extreme driving course where you do a bunch of theory tests and they teach you how to drive, and best case scenario you can leave this driving course within 1 week and have your driving license. And
Yeah,
this
yeah,
kid
something similar.
actually Yes, he did that, and he said he got his license within a week. So I was
Yeah,
talking to him
mine was
about that.
like 2. Took
Yeah,
me a little bit longer.
because back in December, early January, I was grinding my driving test. I was doing theory tests every single day. I had a good schedule going for myself. But I remember there was one test that I did where I was doing like a mock test, and I
Mm.
got 3 marks off passing the theory, and that was like the best I ever did. After that, I kind of just lost my schedule, got lazy, and I never really ended up
Classic.
passing my theory test. Um, oh shit, that's like really dirty. Yeah, I gotta start walking home because my phone's on 3%. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I was having a conversation with him, but I mean, yeah, man, like it's a pretty rough fucking place. Like, I deal with crackheads every single fucking day because I work in a really shit area, and I also work 5 minutes away from my house. So it shows that not only do I work in a shit area, I also live in a shit area. I found needles around the back of my workplace when I was working once, by the way, like used needles.
Get those tested. Test the needles.
I don't remember really what happened with them. I never touched them. They told me not to go anywhere near them. This was my first, like not my first impression, but I'd only been working there for a few months, and then
Mhm.
I found some needles on the back. It's a nice introduction to the job.
No matter where you go, you're gonna find shit like that.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure. I'm just trying to like empathize. No, not empathize. Empathize.
Emphasize, yeah. Emphasize.
Yeah. Like how shit the area is that I work and live in, because I really do work really close to my home, and it's really not a nice area. And it's funny because that area used to actually be a really nice place. My mum said that a good 20, 30 years ago, that was the place that everyone wanted to live in. The houses, you know, it was a nice, well, respected community. But what happened was they started building, like, there's this place called Raffles. That's just like what it's called. It's called Shady Grove. That's what the street's called, Shady Grove, right? Shady
Mm.
Grove is a really shitty area. It's filled with. That's where I used to buy weed. We used to buy weed there. That's how
Mm.
this place is. Drug addicts, drug dealers. Little like bastard kids. It's not a nice place. And
What?
so,
The bastard kids? What did you just say?
not literal bastards, but just like little shits. Like like
Probably are
like
bastard kids. That's the funny thing.
kids
Bastard
and
kids.
shit,
What
right?
the fuck?
Yeah, well, what's it called? It's just not a nice place. But back in the day, that was a super
Back
looked
then.
down upon place. Everyone talked about how what?
No, no, nothing.
Okay, they talked about how horrible that place was. Now it's kind of reversed. Now, don't get me wrong, that place is still like quite bad, but the deeper that you go into it, the nicer it is because there's new buildings. There's like new builds where they've been building new houses there. So once they started doing that, all of the people that lived in that lived in, it's called Morton, that first area that was really nice and really well respected a good 20 years ago, has moved to those new builds in Raffles because it's like a 10-15 minute walk from there. And I live in between these two places. So then all of these people that live in the Raffles area, they've went to more just in general people that can't afford, nice housing, and they can only afford cheap housing would move to the Morton area. And my petrol station is in the Morton area. It's right in the middle of Morton. So I get all the crackheads and all of the just the wrongdoers going there to the petrol station to steal, or just be cunts or buy alcohol 3 in the morning, whatever the fuck they want to do. And that's why it's such a really shit job for me because I already have, social anxiety and I need to deal with really fucking degenerate people. So
What, they degenerate? You just judging them for using drugs.
I mean, it's not just about using drugs, but they steal
Oh,
You
okay.
see what it's like, bro? Like somebody came in once and he stole like 30 pounds of cheese, like fucking cheese. He didn't
Uh,
steal like nappies for his fucking baby because he can't afford nappies. He's stealing cheese. Like he's not like, you know what I mean? Like people do that
cheese is
shit.
important, no?
No, well, I mean I love cheese. Don't get me wrong. Like cheese is incredible, but do you really need to steal it? Like, is it that important for you that you can't just buy
If
it?
you're a crackhead, fuck, man. That's a hard life. That's not. That's not a life where you're making. It's like, yes. So there's like a full horde in front of me. Well, I should just turn around and not interact with the full horde. I'm just using the zombies reference. No, I'm just gonna run into the horde. It's like, what? And you're thinking, what? This makes no sense. Yeah, that's crackhead energy. That's
Yeah,
crack. Why
yeah.
do you think there's gonna be? It's like, Napier's bones and Kelvin. Oh, sophisticated answers. Fuck no. Fucking crackhead.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's not a nice place, and it speaks for speaks for itself with how the schools are. You know, they're really fucking rough.
All of them, or
Um,
just the ones that you went to?
I don't know, but I've just like I know of the reputation of the schools because of other people that I kind of
Yeah.
spoke to and like the things like I knew somebody went to one. It's in like the town center. It's right next to the college,
Mm.
and that was the one that my brother went to. He went to the one that I go to, got bullied, moved to this one, and then when he went, like this is obviously secondary school, and this one, he just told me, it wasn't nice back then, and I knew there was this girl that I used to interact with,
Just,
when I
I
was
love how
only
you
in the,
describe it. You used to
he
interact
was,
with
I
so
mean, it
so
wasn't much
cold.
more than that. Yeah, well, that's all it really was. I used to interact with them. I used to speak to them, and they went to this school, and I think they told me about bullying once. I don't know if they themselves were bullied, but they told me about people being bullied at that school. And I mean, I watched people get bullied all through my secondary school. I myself didn't really get bullied. I did, I guess, a tiny bit, but I really wasn't. I wouldn't call it bullying. It was just kind of like, I don't know, maybe I'd get picked on every now and then, but it wasn't like a reoccurring thing. It was just,
Mm.
whatever. But I seen people get bullied a lot. Like even back then, the people that I would hang around with would bully people. Like I wouldn't really take part in it, but
Real. That's it. Fuck. Oh. One more game. Last one. I'm playing this for hours now. Round 10 death. Really fucked me up. That was a bad movement. Oh, and Insta, double Insta. Oh, I'm a god. Seeing that, I should have cut it back. That's the best practice, I think. Oh, I thought it was on the inside, not on the outside. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done that. You definitely need to have good aim on that. Oh, come on. QR. Oh, I didn't want to do that. At least I got the flawless 15. I really thought I wasn't going to get it. But I did. God. Why did that happen? Oh my, I didn't realize they were gonna be. I need to still nade. I was trying that. That was a good, that was good. That was at least a good thing to try. But I think I need to keep nading. I think there's a use case for it. How are these guys not damaged? Use case maybe. Oh wow! And I regen too. That's it. That's the end. 7 o'clock. リスタートしますか。リスタートすると、このミッションで、の、進行状況、がすべて失われます。主流すると、進行状況はすべて失われます。ふりをしても、よろしいでしょう。ふりを。It's nice to be able to read everything. It's actually on my screen. I don't know what any of this means. Yeah, player shadow, AI water trails. AI. I don't know, zombies experience.